had you not been pregnant and went through that, I probably would have been a lot less gracious, and it probably would have been terrible.
Wasn't pregnant, I wouldn't have gone through that. I'm
just saying, if you just randomly snapped and you put me through that, I know for sure.
I snapped.
I feel like you snapped it. Something's off.
Hello and welcome. I'm Ebony.
And I'm Nico.
And we are EboNics podcast.
Yes, sir. We'd like to welcome you guys back. Did you say that?
I said hello and welcome.
Well, I'd like to welcome you guys back since she said it already. I'm excited. I think the first episode was cool. Like, everybody was giving us great feedback. They enjoyed the conversation. They enjoyed learning some things about us. Yeah. What are your thoughts about the first podcast?
It was nice to get it over with.
She nervous. Shake it off. Okay. So, we left off, guys, with 4 snapshots of the first 4 years of our marriage. And we are going to pick right back up with the year 2016.
Yep.
Yeah. We're going to call that year So You're Having My Baby.
You gotta sing it.
So you're having my baby, and it means so much to me.
Okay, good.
There's nothing more precious than to raise a family. Hey, them 90s runs.
I don't even know what's next.
Really?
I cannot join you.
Actually, what's next, I can't even agree with. It's, if there's any doubt in your mind, you can count on me. I'll never let you down. Baby, believe in me. I don't think that was our story. Because, boy, did I let you down.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, okay. So, you're having my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the people about your pregnancy.
Well, I wanted to stay in denial as long as possible that I was pregnant in the first place. You bought a test and made me pee on it.
It's not like the test was going to make you pregnant or not. You were either pregnant or not.
I put the stick on my nightstand and left it there.
She peed on it, took the stick, put it on the nightstand and left. Didn't want to know the results. She was pregnant.
I'm selfish. Babies do not really care about what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it.
They are trash.
So, a confirmation of pregnancy was a confirmation on the death of my freedom. So I didn't want to know yet. I just wanted to hold on to the ignorance.
I mean,
for as long as I could.
I understand that. It's just that we were 5 years in at this point.
Doesn't matter.
Close to 5 years in. And we had talked about it. We was like, okay, we don't want to be old parents. Let's go ahead and, let's try. Now, we had been trying for like a year. It was almost a year. And then we basically was just like, almost like, never mind then. And I feel like as soon as I got my mind wrapped around the fact that, man, it ain't gonna happen. It happened. And she had all the little symptoms and stuff. And I was just like, I would like to get on this thing if you are pregnant. And she just was like, I don't want to know. I'm like, okay. So I took the pissy stick and I looked at it. And it had I was like, yeah.
What is that?
It's positive.
I'm talking about the...
That was the sound of your pee hitting the stick. So, early in the pregnancy, super excited. I ended up getting promotion early on, which made it a lot easier for us financially. I was super excited. I was like, yo, we about to be making money. Ed was working. I got the promotion. It was great. My job took me out of state. I was in Atlanta like a week or two at a time. And this particular time I had to go out was the first doctor's appointment. And I hated that. I was like, this sucks. I didn't want to be that father that wasn't there, that missed the doctor's appointment and all that stuff. And it wasn't cool. And during my whole time out there, this girl was sick. She was ill. She was not doing well. I'll let you explain how your body was.
Emaciated?
Yeah. Was that in 2 weeks or 1 week? Which trip was that?
I don't know.
I just know when I got back, I was like, hey, babe. And I was like, yo, like I really saw it like all in here, like you could just see
all the bones.
But I was like, yo. I mean, lost a ton of weight.
I think I lost 15 pounds. And I was like 140 to begin with.
I hated being away during this time. Soon as I got back, none of those symptoms, nothing happened. I was just like, she lying. I want to say, it was like, dog, like everything just stopped. And when I'm the medicine, you know, I was like, without me, you will perish. So, you know.
Teaspoon of sugar.
Hey, sugar. Got better. How would you say your pregnancy was with the first baby?
The beginning was horrible. But then after you got back, I was fine. Except for the spitting, which I didn't know was a thing.
That was hella weird.
That was gross. I hate spit.
You just accumulated mucus or whatever. That was a lot. I forgot about that.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember the little mucus commercials with the little glob or whatever. The little green dude. Yeah, he was just like...
Mucinex?
Yeah, he was like right here. He was in the middle of this because you was just all... It was, yeah. It wasn't cute.
Ugh.
You carried it well, though. Man. Fellas, okay. Listen to me here. I don't know what it is.
I don't know where it's going.
It's something amazing about a pregnant woman. Like, seeing you pregnant and growing a little baby bump and stuff like that, it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It was just like, yo. I went from checking you out, just like loving what I see, but just also like amazed at the fact that you were growing a person in there and that I did it. Shot the club up.
No. Hell no.
It was just amazing. And it was just a beauty to just watch, man. It was crazy.
Tragedy to feel.
Fool.
Me.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I love the feeling. It was great. Pregnancy sex was actually great. It's just that toward the end, it got to the where you couldn't breathe and it was just real uncomfortable and you was just like, come on.
I forgot about that. I couldn't breathe.
Yep.
My boobs itched so bad. So bad.
That's where it went from you carrying it all nice and sexy like to
yeah.
Can you rub my back?
I don't even remember asking for that. Did
Man.
you make that up?
Nah, you asked for a lot of random stuff. Store runs, back rubs.
I know I wanted food.
All kind of stuff, yes. That's when you used to have me rub your head. And I was like, I like head rubs too. No, shoot. But you was pregnant, so. Yeah. Anything else about that time stood out to you? How were we?
I don't know.
I think we were good.
Nothing bad or great stands out.
Yeah, I don't think anything just like crazy happened. It was just really the journey of pregnancy. As we progressed, we got closer and closer. We had plans to just, you're gonna have a baby, you're gonna take time off, you're gonna get back to work. You know, I don't even know if we had plans as far as babysitter and stuff like that, but I feel like we had a plan.
I don't remember a plan. I don't know what
I feel like we did. Then I know you threw that bone in there, threw a wrench in the plans. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna mess up a saying every episode.
Phrases.
Somebody says it.
Threw a bone in the plans.
Threw a wrench.
Yeah.
Well, throw me a bone, man. You know what I meant. That's was probably what I was going for. Eb hit me with the. I feel like this was like all of a sudden to out of nowhere because like I said, I feel like we had a plan. Babe, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I don't trust nobody watching our kid. Daycare is super expensive.
My job would have basically been paying for daycare.
I feel it. I totally feel it.
So we didn't actually lose any money.
I just wasn't expecting. I was like, but we just got the bump financially.
You're missing it.
I was missing the money.
Gone.
I was missing the money. I get what you're saying. It makes sense.
It was a wash.
It makes sense in the long run, but I was just like, yo, come on, man. But yeah, stay at home mom. That was great.
And I had to learn how to breastfeed
Mm-hmm.
with no one else did it.
I couldn't.
People I know. I didn't have anyone to act like.
Oh, okay. I'm like, duh, like.
No tips. Mm-hmm. It was just like, figure it out.
Yeah, you weren't one of those moms that was like, baby's drinking another mom's milk.
No, that was fine with me.
Was you?
Cam had some of Trinique.
Yeah, okay. I was
Shout out to Trinique. I had a dud. One of my boobs is a dud.
That would be funny. That's when we said one of your
milk dud.
That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. I like that.
Mom joked.
Oh my god. So yeah, we talk about Cam being here now. That whole thing. Cam arriving.
I loved it.
You loved it
once he got here.
Dog. So look, Eb's stomach was doing something super weird one night. She's laying down, on the side, and I'm trying to get a feel. So I'm on it. I'm cuddling, got my hand, around, touching her stomach, and the stomach was just like kept doing this, and I'm like,
what is that?
It was just tightening up, like under my hand. I'm like, I've never felt it because I sleep like that often. So I'm like, what is that? He wasn't kicking. It was just like tightening, like constricting or whatever. And I'm like, I got up and I looked at you, and you was just, and I'm like, she cool. Went, lay back down, and it kept doing. I'm like, and you was just out. I'm like, okay. That morning, probably it was super early. I want to say it was like, I don't know, either 4 or 6 or whatever. You up, sitting up, watching TV, and you like, I'm like, what you doing? I think I'm having contractions. I was like, I knew it. You was what?
Timing them.
Timing, okay. But I was like, I knew it was something. It wasn't normal.
But I was in labor for 24 hours almost already before that.
Didn't even know it.
My water was breaking And I just thought I was peeing a lot.
She kept getting up, going to the bathroom. I was just like, look. Didn't even know it. I was like, maybe we should go to the hospital. Went to the hospital. Lady did her little check. I was like, I'm not feeling a lot of liquid or whatever. She was like, yeah, we're going to get you there. Yeah. And I'm glad we did, actually, because she said, since you hadn't been...
me, because there was nothing, almost nothing in there.
That's crazy. I'm glad we did, because if we waited any longer, it could have been a complicated birth. But everything was cool. She took it like a champ, man. She did her thing, brought Cam into the world, and I was so conflicted in the hospital room. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, because I'm trying to be there for her. I want to make sure she's as comfortable as possible. I don't want to get cussed out. I'm just like, okay, whatever you need. I'll shut up if you need to, just whatever. She's like, you're doing a good job. Push, push, push. Baby came, and the baby came out. I'm just like, I'm looking at the baby, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, and the baby, and I'm like looking at her, and she, she like, I'm cool. I'm like, I was so torn. I'm like, till you stood up. It was crazy. But I was like, I want to see the baby, but are you cool? I was so torn. It was just one of the weirdest.
My blood pressure dropped.
Crazy.
And I almost passed out.
Oh, man, you was a dunner. But you did amazing.
Thanks.
Baby came, and I just was so excited to hold him. Super excited to hold him, and then the nurse left, and I was like, wait. You can take him, like. And that's when reality hit.
And I asked for food.
You asked for food, and I was asking for help. How was it being a mom? First time. Baby's there. What was that like?
I don't know. I don't remember. I was happy to not be pregnant anymore.
That's a problem. I get it.
I was happy he was healthy and safe.
Me too.
And out.
Me too. And then I was not.
And I still was.
Cam came home. Like I said, reality hit. And it went from this is amazing to this is overwhelming.
Overwhelmingly amazing.
Yeah, sure. I can't breastfeed, of course. She really wanted to breastfeed the baby, and I do formula. So okay, that's cool. There's no problem. The problem is this one here does not wake up. Oh, I mean, a plane can hit the house, and you're just like. Drove me crazy because here I am. Okay, you wanted me to stay at home, Mom. I'm going to work. Matter of fact, I didn't even have much leave. So even after all the leave, I was tired. I had to get up. I woke up. I was super sensitive. Every time he cried, I woke up because I had to wake her up. She fed him. And I was like, okay, you good? Anything else? All right, I'm going to go to sleep. He cried, wake up, and I'm waking up again. And she's just in la la land. So that was exhausting. I went to work tired, came home tired, stuck between wanting to give her a break and needing a break myself from the day. But then I just had all these emotions that at that time I just really didn't know how to identify. So because I didn't know how to put a name to each feeling, I just felt angry. Like I felt frustrated all the time, and Cam was to blame. Like for everything. It was just like, okay, I'm tired, it's Cam's fault. I don't have no more alone time, it's Cam's fault. We're not having sex. It's that 6 month whole thing.
Week.
6 weeks, yeah. Oh gosh, 6, yeah. Well, that was later. 6-week thing. Well, I actually didn't like how I was feeling, which equaled me not liking my son. And yeah, that sucks to say, but I was a mess and didn't know how to communicate that or identify those feelings. So it was just overwhelming. But after a while, you know, kind of talked to some people, got over it, and fell in love again.
He was an amazing first baby.
He was chill. It was just everything else that went with it. You know, like reality hit so quick. It was just like, okay, here's your son. Good luck, guys. It's like, they train. I get better, man, training at my jobs than parenting. It's nuts. Yeah. 2016. That was a journey. Well, that was into 2017 also. Mm-hmm. But yeah, 2017 is another story though.
Yeah. Well, we into it, figuring out the first baby.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the second one.
My fault. Who did I do that? Hey, but we always talked about having them back-to-back. That way we can just kind of get them over with. So,
yeah.
You know.
Be done with bags and car seats and strollers.
Yeah. So it wasn't like unnecessarily. It wasn't just negative or all bad. It was just like, okay, we're back at it. Oh, brother. That was cute. Oh, brother.
Yeah, I did.
You're gonna be a brother. How'd you feel about being pregnant the second time?
The same.
Selfish. Right, it's gonna be me and you like 15 years.
I don't know what to expect because no pregnancy is the same. So I was like, what's coming with this one? I didn't get sick physically.
You didn't?
At all.
Mm-hmm.
I got mentally ill.
You did. Would you say that you recognized that during that time? How long did it take you to realize that you weren't doing okay mentally?
Man, I have no idea. That is like a big fuzzy mess.
Now, how much are we going to stay here before we go into the next? Because I kind of bleed into each other.
Did you just say that?
Okay. It bleeds into each other. So
what does?
We're going 17. Child
That's
number 2.
Cam's birth. Kendall's conception is 17.
And then into 18, which is what we're calling the drought.
Yes.
I think it's important to say that because we are actually counting some of the months and stuff of her, most of the months of her pregnancy. You were in a weird space mentally that affected your mood. If it affected everything. And it rocked us. It rocked us hard. We call it the drought because there was little to no physical touch and intimacy.
Anything. There was nothing.
For at least 13 months. Thirteen months. Which was extremely tough for your boy. Like, how were you? You talk about that, because I can call out a few things, but I feel like you actually being you and actually going through it and have been able to process it over the past few years, you can probably fill me in along with everybody else with how that was.
Yard.
Yeah, she was tired a lot. Yeah, that was good.
So, I was so not a present that I had to go back to journals to even remember what was going on. What?
I mean, that's another story. The freaking journals. But yeah, go ahead.
Different episode.
It's
helping out.
That's true. Yeah.
So at some point, my brain shifted from we mode to me mode. Like everything I did, didn't do, thought, processed, didn't process, whatever, was like, just get to the end of this 10 months because it's not 9. I don't know what the point of that lie is. Pregnancy is 10 months.
They lied to me, baby.
They did. More thoughts I had was, I remember being super, like not the whole time, but there was some point where I realized, wow, we don't kiss anymore. And it used to be super, super easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like hours.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
oh, yeah.
I remember, well, I don't remember. My journal said that it got to the point where I couldn't even picture us in my head. Like it was just nothing.
Mm-hmm. So during this time, so over the past few years, just a little quick note, I definitely want to go into it in a different episode, but just so they know, Ebony's a journal.
Chronicler.
Yeah, she writes. So a lot of things she don't just necessarily bring to me just in conversation. She writes it down in her journal. So for the longest, I felt like her journal knew her more than I did, because that's where a lot of her thoughts and emotions and stuff was. So we had gotten, I won't say away from that, but we had gotten better to where you were doing a better job of communicating and stuff. Or even if, you just still didn't want to talk about it or whatever, you're just like, here, you can read it or whatever. We backslid, or we doubled back to that,
I actually I did do the shutdown, but I wasn't even writing. This is like 2 entries after she was born that I went to reference.
Oh, wow.
Like during the process, I couldn't even form clear thoughts to even write it down.
So even during this time, I thought you had just been writing stuff down. Wow, okay.
Or if it is, I haven't found that journal.
Man.
I know I had coloring books. Bernie bought me coloring books.
I remember that.
So I could relax.
See, this is the stuff that people don't really talk about and don't really kind of warn you about with pregnancy, just because it don't happen to everybody. Every pregnancy is not the same. And I knew nothing about the whole mental flip, You've never been like a depressed person that I really know, or at least in this way. Like, never seen that. Like, she shut down. This was the first social distancing I've been a part of. Like, it was like, yo, bro, you stay over there. Stay over there.
Physical distancing, emotional distancing,
man,
everything.
Man, look, 6 feet. How am I reach you from 6 feet? Go ahead.
I also resented your body parts because I was like, oh, you're the reason I'm like this. Mm-hmm. That I'm fat and uncomfortable and so I didn't. Besides the mental block, I was like, I don't even want you to touch me because it's gonna happen again.
Now, are you going into that?
This is still in my right here notes.
I mean, because I want the people to know. Because we had that conversations. It wasn't like I was just like, okay, she's being weird, and I just kind of pushed her off. It was me all the time, like, hey, how are you? You cool? What's going on? Like, talk to me. And it was just like, I don't know. I'm coming to you, asking, trying to make you as comfortable as possible, trying to even like pry and trying to guide you through a conversation. And I don't know. It's like she really couldn't put words to how she felt. And it was just like, what am I supposed to do with that? I felt like you were punishing me. I knew you weren't punishing me, but it just felt like that because you were taking away so many things that were like our norm. Like I was used to this, and so you taking away sex, you taking away, just cuddling. Now, we are some interesting people. So another episode. Because of my past, I have never liked being touched. Never. I got with Eb and she's all like, touchy. Like she's like, Eb is like a backpack. Like she would just be on you like, where you going? You know, taking me to like, and it took a lot to get used to, man. Early on, it was just like, get the hell away from me, yo. But then I realized, that's just what she needs. And yeah. At this point, I was like, touch me. I was like, it total flip. I was like, yo, what's up? I felt desperate, man. I was out there like,
I have a really bad joke. I'm not going to say it. Nope.
Oh my gosh. It was hard, man. It was hard. I was hard, and it just like it was just a lot. Just no love, man. She told me, no. I want to talk about when you.
What?
She told me that it felt like I was. What's the word? Violating her when I touched her. Violating.
Because I still remember the feeling.
Yeah. That, I'm not trying to be that guy.
Like very normal things. Like even just holding my hand. I didn't even want to hold your hand.
What'd I do? I didn't do nothing, y'all. So I was like, I'm going to take that back because it's not like I did nothing. It was just like.
Everything felt like sexual harassment.
What am I supposed to do with that? Do you think I want to have sex? When somebody told me, it kind of feels like you're violating me. What? Like, whoa, okay, let me step back.
And that was like fully closed contact.
You made it seem like we was.
And it was just like.
Close murder.
No. I just like. I still don't really know how to explain whatever, but everything felt like inappropriate.
Well, it was not appropriate. Like.
What?
We were no close to in. It was just not happening, yo. And even after hearing that, how she felt after I touched her, it was just like, why would I even want to touch you? Like, why would I even dare feel comfortable, confident with going in? Like, this is cool. She'll like this. No. She hates you right now. Like, it was like.
I never hated you.
It felt like it.
I hated the touching.
So because of that, though, I was like, okay, let me get this straight. As a Christian guy, I'm supposed to turn to my wife all my desires. It's not a problem, okay? But my upbringing, heavy dealing with porn and stuff like that, I was like, okay, as a Christian man, I'm supposed to cut that out. But you not giving me none? But you want me to watch that? But you... I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. And it wasn't cool. It was very, very hard. I actually went back to porn a lot just to kind of like get some relief.
Which didn't help.
And as I tried to share and open up about this to her, guess what? It made things worse. And I was just like, I can't win for losing. Like, it was just the worst. And had it not been for one of my partners, man, he talked me off the ledge a whole bunch of times. I was like, well, maybe this is just not working. Like, come on, yeah. After like 8 months of trying, if this is the line, and you're supposed to come here, meet me halfway, and I'm supposed to come and meet you halfway, I was coming all the way over there to pull you just close to the line. That was just exhausting. So be doing your part and then some for so long. Sometimes it may take that. I get it. I'm for it. But for so long, I was just mentally exhausted. And I was just like, yo, how long do I have to endure this? How long do I have to feel unwanted, not pursued, not desired? Like, when I feel pursued and stuff like that by random women and getting flirts and stuff here and there, and I'm just like, they giving me some attention, and the person that's supposed to ain't giving me nothing. Crazy, dog. Hard. 13 months at least, y'all. It was tough. Proceed with the craziness.
Outside of the physical stuff, I won't say I didn't trust you, but something was like you would say something and I would be like, okay, but what he really mean? What he not saying? So it was just like, I didn't want to touch you. I didn't know what to do with the words that came out of your mouth. Because half the time I was like, that's not what he really wanted to say. He's just trying to not make me lose my mind even more.
You got this whole thing, just creating this whole thing.
Yeah. Especially with the conversations that were about sex. I'm like, something else I saw in my journal was you saying, we were talking about the fact that I still didn't want to have sex. And you were like, okay, but when though? And I was like, I don't know. And you was like, oh, well, let's just keep waiting because I don't want you to just do it to do it. I want you to actually want it. And I was like, but I don't. And you was like, well, let's keep waiting, but it needs to be sooner than later. And I was like, what do I do with that?
I remember that because, and that was, I won't say towards the end, but that was at a point to where we had conversations about what it would look like to try. Like, what did you need to feel comfortable, and what would it look like to ease into it?
And I didn't even have answers.
And that's what I'm saying. So here I am, like I'm already at the point like, can we have sex? Like, which number one, I just feel like that is one of the wackest things to have to do. But I'm learning that marriage, life, all that stuff gets in the way. And pregnancy, as you can see, it don't be as easy as the movies make it seem. But I would be like, hey, can we try Wednesday? Can we try this day to kind of help you prepare your mind? And you just be like, I don't know. Once you had told me that you felt like I was violating you, I was like, okay, look, I have these desires. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. So what do you need? Like, what do you need? Like, I want to wait because I don't want to force anything. You know, I want it to be like, I want you to want it. I'm like, dog, it's been at least 8 months and you won't want nothing?
And all I could tell you was that I needed you to leave me alone.
It's crazy. And I'm sitting up there like, dog, I just walked away from this beautiful girl. It was like, no. like, nope. Just to go home to this beautiful girl who's like, no. I'm like, God, it was tough. Like, I've never gone so long without feeling. I was just like, my tank was empty.
So was mine.
Tank was empty. Your boy was blue.
Somebody, I think you and somebody else said something like that. Like, if you don't want to handle your business, somebody else will. That is the wrong thing to say to me. I will invite you to do whatever you want and see how it ends up for you.
That's crazy.
I don't even remember who said that to me, but
sit
I was
over
like,
there.
nigga, are you kidding?
Sit over
Do
there.
it.
I'm not going to give you any, but how dare you go get some? You don't get none of this. You're not going to get none of that.
That hit me like a threat, and I was pissed. And I was like, okay.
Now, first of all,
Go for it.
I don't even think that's something I would have said.
You didn't say those words. I'm sure you said what you just said. It's other people flirting with me. So?
What? So to hear, like, so it's not a threat. It's just like, I'm in this position where I'm acknowledging that, okay, I want to feel desired. I want to feel wanted.
And those weren't your words at the time.
I've had several words over this 13-month period. I'm pretty sure the way me and my feelings work, I didn't know what they were. I didn't know how to communicate it. So I'm pretty sure I said some stuff that was off whack, but I'm pretty sure I said a lot of stuff that was spot on or a little closer to where you could have been more understanding. And I know you were understanding, but it was the fact that while you are still over here
I was
like
understanding but not accommodating.
At all. But it wasn't just that. I mean, you checked out at the crib. You checked out physically. You checked out. I mean,
I was
communication
doing stuff at home because I was trying to like overcompensate for the fact that I wasn't doing anything like romantic.
And I miss that. I never felt more exhausted in my life because I felt like cooking, cleaning, going to the store, taking care of the baby, make sure you get a break, come and lay down and I was at the crib a lot during this time. We was trying to watch shows together and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait on Abe so we can do this together. So I was extremely accommodating. Because all this was to make you feel better than what you did. Like, it would be great if I got sex out of it, of course, but at the same time, it was like, she is in a funk. She is someplace weird, and I want to help her get out of that. I feel like you were like, I'm here, and that is that. And you're stuck. Oh, well, almost about you. Like, however you were feeling, oh, well, I'm here. I don't have nothing for you. You figure yourself out, but don't do nothing else. Don't do nothing crazy. It's just like, but what you're doing is crazy. Like, what you're doing is nuts. It was just tough. I never, it was just like, this is my reason to step out. Now, I wasn't fishing for anything like that. It was just everything was heightened. Like, now I can see and feel when people are looking at me and flirting with me because I was missing that so much from home that I was like, any little place that can give it to me, I was ready to receive. But, praise God.
That's when you said, now I understand why people cheat.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's like, as I'm trying to be honest and share these things with you, I feel like she was just like, all ammunition. Oh, you said that? That's a bullet. Okay. Oh, you feel that way. Okay. And it was
What you mean?
You was just ready to shoot them all back at me, which you did eventually. Everything I said, you was just like, you said this, made me feel this way. You said this, made me feel this way. I'm just like, how are we supposed to be open and share feelings and communicate if you're going to just turn around and just throw it back at me, you know, or use it against me? I'm opening up about my porn and stuff like that. Like, hey, babe.
Me saying this made me feel this way is using it against you?
No. Not like that at all. It was you had intentionally a lot of times was just like, well, no, because of this. No, because of that. Like, me opening up about porn or whatever to like, hey babe, I watched something crazy, you know, I was tripping out in a rabbit hole searching on the internet. I was just like, man, whatever, you know, understanding how hurtful that could be, but knowing that you ain't done nothing for your husband in so long, and I am trying, you was just like, well, I mean, you up here looking at this. Like, I remember we had got into it just because, you know, during that time, I was walking on eggshells to try to open up about these things. And you was just like, man, it was one time you kind of threw it back in my face. Like, how am I supposed to be comfortable opening up myself to you or whatever, when you out here doing this and this? And I'm just like, it's been months. And I'm like, I can't have no relief. It was just messy. It was ugly. I felt like even with the conversations you would say, you said this, which made me lock up more. Not lock up more, but just like kind of shut down more. And I'm like, but what can I do to get you out of this? What I've been trying to do other things to get you out of that. And it was just like, I felt like you weren't trying. So I totally missed your accommodating, over accommodation. Like, that mug missed me. Which sucked, you know, because I hate for you to be putting in work and it's not, you know, being recognized.
Something else that I've noticed and called you on was that you were not always doing things to be helpful. You started using your acts of service in a manipulative way. Like, if I do this and this, then maybe. It wasn't like I felt the shift from let me help her to maybe this will get her.
Yes and no. Because it's definitely hard to say what was 100%. Like, I'm pretty sure that I was hoping for something out of it. Like, after so long, I'm pretty sure I was trying to get something out of it. But you were pregnant. You were in this funk. You was crying randomly. We hadn't been talking. And I'm always like, okay, let me take something off your plate so that you can feel better. You feeling better gets you closer or gets you to being you again, which it wasn't a problem for us to be physical or to connect or whatever. So
I don't think there's an act of service in the world that would have got me back to being me. I don't think either of us knew that at the time.
Not at all. But here I am trying. So it's crazy even you saying that. It's just like, okay, well, as a husband, I'm supposed to, not even as a husband, like, this is how you feel loved. So if I'm trying to make you feel loved, if I'm trying to fill your tank, I fill your tank so that it can overflow, so that you can be spurred on yourself to love me back. So not only am I trying to just love on you and serve you as your husband, your spouse, I am also saying, hey, I need these things. I've been communicating. It's not like I was being manipulative or sneaky with it. I was like, I've communicated what I needed. And I'm like, I'm going to do what you need and I'm going to do what you want. And then I'm also going to go above and beyond just to try to get you to do something for me. You weren't doing anything for your husband.
What I needed and wanted was to be left alone. So you doing tasks to try to get me to be, or to like accomplish what I needed. I don't think that would have worked.
You didn't want to be left alone. You wanted me when you wanted me. You wanted me to sit and be with you, watch movies, and
I wanted you to be like a fixture. Like this plant. Like be there, but leave me alone.
Yeah, and I'm not a plant. And I didn't know that. So, and I also have needs. If I was that plant, I would have been dead because you wasn't watering me.
Yeah.
You wasn't giving me sunlight. You weren't taking me out. You wouldn't like. So, me being a plant, I'm just going to do what I'm supposed to do, create the oxygen that you need. I'm going to work this analogy to the ground. But you I'm just saying, like the plant just automatically give off some. So I'm just like, it was just doing what it's supposed to do. But you didn't do nothing for me during this time. And I feel like... You
didn't feel anything that I did for you at this time.
Sure, yeah. Okay. Even that. I know I didn't feel anything. But there was little done for me. Majority of the time. I knew you felt guilt. And then from that guilt, you started to do some things. Or I would ask you to do something. And there was some effort done. But when that guilt went away, or when, you just didn't feel like it.
It never went away.
Well, when your mood overshadowed that, it was just like...
guilty, crazy, like I was a stranger or like a hostage in my own body.
A stranger in my house.
And then dealing with pregnancy on top of that.
Yeah.
And feeling like, oh my God, I'm going to hate my daughter when she comes out because she did this to us.
You know what? Haven't thought about this. Had you not been pregnant and went through that, I probably would have been a lot less gracious, and it probably would have been terrible.
Wasn't pregnant, I wouldn't have gone through that.
I'm just saying, if you just randomly snapped and you put me through that, I know for sure.
I snapped.
I feel like you snapped it. Something's off. I'm just saying, be real. That was the reason.
Hold on, because snap is like a whole nother.
You didn't snap and go crazy. I'm just saying.
I'm talking about that murder your spouse show.
Oh.
I don't even want my name with snap.
That's okay. Okay, you didn't snap, but you broke. How about that? Okay, something came loose. And it was because you were pregnant that I was extremely gracious. I don't know what it's like to carry a baby. I don't know what it's like to have somebody just taking whatever from you. And I feel like she took your joy. It was tough.
My energy, mentally and physically.
All of that. And I'm glad it didn't happen like that. And I pray that we never have to go through something like that again.
Happen like what? You said you're glad it didn't happen like that.
Oh, I'm talking about the whole like you just not snapping but breaking without pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't do well with depression. I don't know how that works. I'm not that type of person who gets depressed in that way.
Well, good job, because that's what it was called, antepartum depression.
Yeah, it was something.
Which I didn't have a word for until way after it was done.
Right. It was tough because it was a lot of, I need this, but you need that. And I can't give you that.
And they are polar opposites.
And it was so like...
I need you to leave me alone. You need me to want you. I need you to not want me. Just leave me alone. We needed the exact opposite things.
And you know what also made that extremely hard? My view of relationships. Like, this is my first real relationship. Like, I've dated This is the person that I fell in love with. This was the person that I decided, you know what, I'm going to open up and be real and just invest time in, like take her home to mom and stuff like that. Like I'm all in, you know. And this was the first relationship that I had to sit through like arguments and tough times. And I'm just like, yo, I wouldn't want to be in a relationship where I had to ask to be desired and pursued and stuff like that. That's extremely whack. That is a sad place to be, you know. Really tough for somebody to sit. And if you are sitting in a relationship and you are not being pursued, you are not being desired, and if you've expressed that and you're still not getting it, I feel for you. That was tough. Rant over. This rant.
I already talked about this.
This year was
totally out of control of my body and emotions. Not only did I feel out of control, but I didn't even have words to like name them. Like I was feeling 800 emotions at once every day. And the only one I could pull out was guilt. Over you and my thoughts of like, this little girl and me are not going to be cool. That sucks to say that the thing you're growing. I could not
said some stuff.
Filter, like, I couldn't see myself without filtering it through the fact that this little girl was ruining me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was tough. You had very few kind words about this pregnancy, and you were just like, look, man, I just want this to be over. I know it's gonna be worth it. I hope it's gonna be worth it. It was tough. Because I know for a while you was in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was so many emotions. I just didn't know how to identify. I was mad, frustrated. I was sad. I didn't know I was sad though, but it just all came out as frustration. Is horny an emotion?
No.
You sure? Oh man, I was a sad horny. Like
a sad toad.
Sad. It was just wasn't fully erect. It was just like
That's not appealing.
I didn't feel appealing.
You did. I thought you was ugly.
Man, I was like, self-esteem was low. It was terrible because I'm like, what is it? What?
I was like, look at my body.
I was like,
boobs died with Camden. And now Kendall, I got even bigger than I got with Cam.
You did.
Just exhausted. Feet swollen, hurt to walk. Like just physical, emotional, and mental turmoil.
You was at home too. You still stay at home mom. I was just like, dog.
I'm doing all that, and there's a 1-year-old running around.
Yeah. But I was like, you ain't getting it from me. You getting it from somebody.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I had those thoughts. Like,
I know. You said
somebody sleeping in my bed, my bed.
That blows my mind. If I don't want to be touched, why you think I want some weird stranger touching me?
I thought you didn't want to be touched by me.
No. Period. Shout out to Ariana. She was Cam's mom for basically this
down.
whole time.
Oh, she was a godsend.
Like a living nanny, almost.
She was, as many jokes as I have for her, man, I will forever be grateful for her. Still don't like you. But yeah.
No, I'm finna cry.
Oh. That was a tough time. And I think if it wasn't for this, we wouldn't be doing this. This right here actually sent you on your journey this is the early stages of like really identifying emotions and stuff for me, and us communicating and like really working on like we can't go back there. We can't go back. So I honestly believe that this year was like the drought. Why you name we called it the drought for a reason.
Because what?
We went without for so long, just so we can recognize that we really needed something. And the drought, and I feel like God has been pouring blessings upon blessings upon blessings, like the rain has finally come. And now we're about to start seeing some fruit from that. I love you, babe.
I like you too.
I love you.
It's no way in hell that we would have survived without Ariana.
No. She ain't got laid off.
I don't know.
But the timing was crazy because I know she was trying to find another job. She was trying to find, and it was like, if she found a job, oh my God, like who gonna be there with you? She was there with you
every day.
So much. I forgot about that, dog. She held it down, man. I'm gonna have to buy her a sucker. That was crazy.
What?
Doctors give out lollipops. I just felt like it was a cool thing.
And you're Doctor Who?
Back to feel good.
Oh my God.
Let's keep it going.
Alright, so me and 3 of my friends were meeting on a weekly basis doing Bible studies.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember always wanting, like none of my emotions made sense. I wanted people to talk to me, but I didn't answer the phone. I wanted company, but then I was like, I just want to be by myself, which was literally not possible. There was literally a human attached to my body who was causing the madness, and I could not get away from her. And then there's another kid pulling on my pants and my boobs, and I'm just like, can it stop?
And that was me pulling on your boobs too.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
There was one random day that I was taking a nap, one of my group naps, with me and the kids. And I remember feeling like
this is
super...
After?
Yeah, I guess so.
After she was born?
I remember feeling like, this is dope. My kids find my body to be a place of safety and comfort. And then I was like, so does my husband. So why do I feel joy when it's associated with them?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I can't even think of a word, harassed when it comes to you. I still don't have an answer, but
that's crazy.
I remember having that thought because I was doing a Bible study and I was just like, what is going on? I don't get it.
The most, looking out for you, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about her coming?
Sure. She stayed an extra week at that.
She did, yeah. After all
she
that.
She had to get evicted.
But, man, when she arrived, like that moment when Ed pushed Kenny out, I felt like depression and everything went with her. Like, looking at you laying in that bed, you looked lighter. You looked like a whole new person. It was like the weirdest thing. It was like a freaking sun, like just floating around. It was like you were this new person. It was so weird. And from then, it just even talking just felt different. Like communication was like a lot more positive, a lot more hopeful. It was crazy.
It was like when movies like fade into clarity.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was.
Yeah, that was That was nuts. And at that pregnancy, I was just like, okay, the doctor take the baby. You know, she cleaned her up, do her thing. All the, mom and stuff was over there. I was over there with you, and I enjoyed that moment. It was great. So happy that you were just able to bounce back like that. So, yeah, man. The drought. No,
it still wasn't over.
It was. Because that was like 9 months of it, maybe 8 months of the drought was
the actual pregnancy. The end of it.
Yeah, and then afterward, it was just us trying to get back to just normal life, normal intimacy, and that was gone. It's a lot of work, a lot of conversations, a lot of trying, a lot of crying, a lot of comforting. It was a lot. We eventually bounced back.
And then my body still wasn't mine because she was also breastfed.
Yeah.
So I still was being touched when I didn't want to be.
Yep. Mom's got it hard, yo. It sucks.
It does suck.
So what else after she came?
Me and her were great. I was glad I didn't hate her.
She was funny. She's been funny since she's been here.
Oh my God.
She's a character for sure. She is me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she is me.
I started reading books, Bible studies, having a lot of conversations, listening to a lot of podcasts, all about sex. And I still didn't want it.
Yeah.
So I intentionally picked out things that would make me reflect and figure stuff out. When I started to regress in my trust for your words and whatever you were thinking and doing or whatever, I was like, I couldn't put words to it. I couldn't figure out a root. But after, when I started doing these studies, I was like, these actions and words make me feel the exact same way that this person made me feel. Mm-hmm. How many years before? Who cares?
Yeah.
And 05. So hellas ago. And I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. This is why I was shutting down and closing off. But I don't know why the pregnancy brought it up. Mm-hmm. I still don't know that. But I made some progress.
Yeah, it was just a lot of questions. I think initially what sparked it was the lack of intimacy we had. And then intimacy, what does intimacy look like? I think for us it was just what is intimacy? And how does that look for us? And that's when we realized, reading and then listening to a lot of podcasts, what you need and what I need looks different. And literally this long journey to end up here to where it's talking to word. We need to create this language around this, about life, love, and legacy. All this has been from that. Because it's a journey. We don't know. You know what? I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I like. I don't know, what he likes. I don't know what she likes and stuff. And the confidence that I had prior to this pregnancy too was gone. So even me, me approaching you for sex, forget about it. Not happening. Because I am the harasser or the violator.
And rejected out. Just burned out on it.
And why would I put myself through that to get rejected again? tired of feeling rejected, tired of feeling unwanted. So it's like, I didn't feel safe. I'm sitting there with the double dutch, like, I don't know when to, nope, not doing it. So.
And then the road feels like this.
Oh. Yeah, tired of getting smacked in the face, for real. That mode was tiring, So.
But I got tired of I got tired of saying, I don't know.
Yeah, I got tired of hearing it. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So the fact that I had now a desire to get answers and still had none. Well, I had some, but I couldn't run them out. I had fragmented thoughts and pieces of clarity, but I didn't know how to bring them all together.
Yeah.
So I went to a therapist, and she started getting me right.
Did you go to you didn't go to the therapist before I went to the class. Yo, we went.
What class?
Emotionally healthy leaders, spiritual, after that, whatever. The one Benji took.
Emotionally healthy leadership.
Okay. I don't know why I feel like spirituality is in there somewhere. Whatever. This class was amazing. It forced me to look back into my childhood. I was molested. And that really jacked me up. Definitely something we're going to talk about a little later. But those feelings and those emotions, all that stuff came back up like a tidal wave. And I found myself just super emotional, crying, on the verge of crying and stuff. And then just let it out, I just tensed up. And, just anybody touching me, I'm just we're mad uncomfortable and stuff. So I really enjoyed this journey. It's just learning about myself, and I'm dog, I need more of this. I want more of this. So I took the class, and I was yo, you got to take the class. She took the class, and then from there, she really got into her journey as well, and she even more. And then you started therapy, and then the therapy was great for you. And I had wanted to start therapy. I had been wanting to start therapy, but I just was a little slow with doing the work and finding somebody. So I finally found one this year. But we've been on this just trying to be better us, better people, better me and yous. Yeah. And it's been great, man.
It's been fun.
It's been something. It's been a lot of things. It's been great overall. I know we talked about a lot, and our journey sounds pretty crazy. We ain't even go into full details and specifics on a lot of these years, just because we want to keep it fairly short. This one might be a little long, but yeah, man, it was a lot of stuff. So I'm glad we went through a lot, because I don't really think we will be here at this place in front of y'all. I think it's made us stronger, and I'm excited about the journey. So yeah, which brings us to 2020.
COVID.
Quarantine. Man. Again, thank you for all the love and support that y'all showed us on the first episode.
You being trapped in here with me?
Yeah.
I mean,
of course.
You're going to work, but...
but absolutely. It's them that makes this whole COVID thing.
Facts. This would be a breeze.
Matter of fact, the Drought, look, okay. We already did the social distancing thing. We did that for at least 8 months, and then we started to try again. But I kid, we should have named them COVID and 19.
No.
They think about it. Just think about it.
Thought about it.
We ain't been able to come close to each other and just touch each other because of them.
We touch each other. They just right there too. It's a big group hug. All the feels.
Yeah, whatever.
I love it.
Yep.
I love the group naps.
So thank you. Again, thank y'all for tuning in, showing all the love. Please be looking out for new videos. Feel free to send us topics and things you want us to talk about.
Questions from these 2 episodes.
Yeah, like anything y'all want to know that we haven't really broken down or spoken about, like we heard, and we're gonna be open books. So yeah, make sure you leave a comment and just talk about how strong of a husband I've been through these years, man. All I've been through. Matter of fact, just give me a whole bunch of fist signs, just up in there for me.
And how strong I was.
Just leave a couple of these in there for him. Like,
I was on a mental battlefield 24/7. The reason you couldn't tell I was trying is because it was in my brain.
That's real. It's tough, man.
Constantly.
Well, and we want to prevent the next couple from going into this battle unprepared. And yeah, man.
I actually wouldn't even like how I was. I don't know what advice would have helped.
Clearly none.
So maybe you can give the receiving party advice. Advice I got is pray for your sanity.
Absolutely pray. I think it's important to have somebody in your corner. I had a partner who held me down, who talked me off the ledge, who encouraged me, who held me accountable. Like, he was my rock during this time, man.
I had a group of ladies that I talked to on a regular basis. I got to the point where I just wanted you to sleep with somebody else.
It's crazy.
I don't know if I said it to you, but I said it to them. I was so desperate. I was just like, I cannot do this.
That's crazy.
Who can? Like, who cannot? Because I'm going to pick her.
And I actually got to a point.
So who can I run to?
To share this empty space. That's crazy.
So you can fill her empty space.
Oh my gosh. What a way to escape.
Is that who sings it?
Oh my gosh, you ruined the joke. Oh man. But I also was at a place where I realized that I had to stop praying that God changed her. And I prayed that God would change me, would help me, help my thinking and my mindset during this time. Because if it had never changed, the calling and standards that he had set before me was still the same. And I was supposed to love her through sickness and in health, ups and downs, good and bad, sex and no sex. And
True.
Yeah, man. And we made it. Wow. Alright, y'all, we out. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell so you can be in the know for when new videos drop. Till next time. Peace.